Good afternoon, Chairman Cassidy and Senator Heinrich, Senator Barrasso. I'm here in behalf of the 20 women of the United States Senate to ask you to consider the bill authorizing the Sewall-Belmont House to be a national park site. This legislative initiative has the support of your chair, Senator Mikulski, the ranking member, Senator Cantwell, members of this committee. As you talk about the centennial for the National Park Service, be aware that we're coming upon in 2020 the centennial for the passage of the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote. The Sewall-Belmont House was an important part of that American history. Though the house goes back to the 19th century, its importance was not so much its architectural features, but the fact that it became the home to the Women's Party, headed up by the indomitable Alice Paul. Right now, in order to take, many of you know this building because it's right next door to the Hart Building. When the Hart Building was being constructed, there was a whole move to tear the house down. It was then through the efforts of then the women of the Senate, then the women of the House, led by Congresswoman Schroeder, Peggy Heckler, bipartisan initiative, to make it a historic site. Well, now the building has aged in place, and so many of its resources are now going into the building so that they're cutting out their public tours, their educational programs, and their research requests. We're asking that the Sewall-Belmont become part of the National Park Service because, number one, the building can be maintained and preserved. The content of the building, the Alice Paul and Women's Suffrage Collection, will retain. You won't have to take ownership of that and all that goes into maintaining a collection. We'll take ownership of the building. We then hope with the new, if we confirm the new head of the Library of Congress, but the Library of Congress will work with them on the content. We've only, we would hope that with all that the Park Service has on it, why yet one more building? Well, one, this has played a very important role in our American history. Number two, because of its symmetry to the Capitol, you either have to maintain that building or the building could just go. It would be a very sad commentary if such a historic site right within our very own eyes would do that. So we ask that the committee consider the transfer of the Sewall-Belmont House to do this, and that it then become, through our work and also through private donors and so on, to be able to play a role in the commemoration of the passage of the 19th Amendment. And I think you would all say the work of Alice Paul, when you look at Senator Lisa, Senator Maria, and so many of those of us who you admire, you would want this to go on. So that's what I'd ask you to do today.
Thank you, Senator Mikulski.
And I ask unanimous consent that my full statement be in the record. We won't march, we won't wear banners, unless you don't pass the bill. Thank you very much.